Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bat Friends Beyond podcast, episode 150. I'm one of your hosts, Chris, alongside my co-host here, the world champion, Joe. What's going on, Joe?
Living the dream.
So
Living the dream.
So shitty.
Yeah, you know. Not so bad. Been better. I don't know. I'm lonely. Go ahead.
Been in this weird space for the past couple months. Yeah, like, I don't know if it's the season. I don't know if my life sucks.
It's definitely partially the season.
But I've been in this place, too. I understand where you're coming from there.
I even got the offer and paid for Tinder Gold for a month. Because it was like $12 or whatever. Tinder Gold for a month. I'm like, alright, let's see what happens. Nothing.
Pissed your money away is what you did.
Correct. But now I can say when people try to be like, oh, you should just... No. Oh, you would have really appreciated this. Let's talk about this for a minute. You would have appreciated this. I was doing laundry, I think Sunday. And I had this thought. And it's a thought I've had for a while, but like the raw thought was a little more confrontational than I meant it to be. Mm-hmm. So I didn't say it. And then I really put a finer point on it where... I'll put this out to anybody listening. Stop telling people there's someone for everyone. There's not. Some people may want a romantic relationship and will die never having achieved. Now, never having achieved one. Let me clarify my statement. I've had girlfriends. I've talked about fucking. I'm not lying to you about that. But, like, I've never had a proper long-term relationship. Like, Lindsay was the last one. That was a year, and we lived together. Okay. But, like, it wasn't, like, building a life together, trying to build a life together. Like, I've never had a proper long-term romantic relationship. And I'm pushing 40. I'm not gonna. And you know what? And here's where the fine-tuning of it came to. That's okay. Stop, because what people mean well when they say, like, oh, there's someone for, you'll find someone. I've heard that my whole life. Oh, when you get older, you'll find somebody. And clearly, it's, no, I won't. And my life would have been better if when I was 17, someone that I trusted and cared for looked at me and said, you may die alone, and that's okay. You're a worthwhile human being. You are valid as a person. You don't need somebody else to validate you. It's okay. And then I went on to a little bit where it's like, people, I'm not going to try to put a positive spin on like, oh, it's better to not. No, it'd be great if everyone got what they wanted. But that's not life. Like, some people want to cure cancer and they're not gonna. Some people want to have kids, they're never gonna. Some people want to write the next great American novel, and they're never gonna.
They're going to create Spider-Man. Right.
But that's okay. It's okay to not achieve what you want. And I don't think in this country, in this society, we say that enough. It's okay to not get what you want. It's not this great sin. You're not less of a person. Your life's not less. Because, yeah, you didn't get everything you wanted.
So I would argue that I also have never had a real relationship.
Sure.
Even my last one, I think I was the only one trying.
Mileage may vary. Yes.
I hope you're wrong.
And that's the thing. But that's what I think the trap is. Because, again, like I said, it means well. Mm-hmm. But, like, if you never... And listen, again, I like having my penis touched. But if you never have a romantic relationship for the rest of your life, like, I have very strong friendships. I have a friendship with someone where we fuck every now and again. So that's cool, too. But even in there, like, there's no, like, oh, we're going to move in together. No. It's just, we are very close friends. We care about each other. And we like having our genitals touched. Obviously, I'm talking about Chuck. No. I may send him this episode because he will appreciate me making that joke. But... No, but that's just it, where it's like, if we go the rest of our lives, like, we're doing other things. You know what I mean? Like, you and I are both doing other things to achieve, and it's okay. It's not, and I feel like sometimes when I get down about that, it's because there is this low-level expectation of like, well, because I've been told my whole life, There's someone there for everybody. There's someone there out for you. And like, if I could sincerely just unhook that and be like, nope, let that train car go, I think I would be better off as a human being.
I think I've had a joke recently with a friend that I'm going to visit by the time this has already happened,
sure.
But I'm going to visit my parents in Florida, and this friend lives in Florida, and I was like, just find me a job while I'm down there and I won't leave. I'll just stay.
Right.
And the punchline of the joke was that he said, well, we have UPS down there. I know you work for them. And I said, no.
I don't.
I'm not good enough for UPS. Right. I work for FedEx. Possibly by the time you're listening, I no longer work for FedEx, too, so it's fine if they hear this. Where was I? Oh, and that goes side to with another friend who lives in Buffalo, and he made the comment, I'm convinced at this point the one for me isn't in Buffalo. To which I'm convinced at this point the one for me isn't in New York.
Right. But that's why I say, like, we've had conversations, and I'm not going to go too deep, but if someone wants to move. Don't move because of this theoretical person that may not exist. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying that's one of those things where it's like, because I really had the kind of reckoning with myself of like I feel, I just made the joke I think last episode was like, or maybe this episode, maybe that's why I went into this. I feel lonely, and it's like some people don't feel lonely. Mm-hmm. Some people are perfectly content, and there was a point in my life where I was content in my solitude. Mm-hmm. And it's still, I still want friendships, I still want friends, I still want people around, but it's also at the point where, like, everyone's moved on with their lives in positive ways. Mm-hmm. So, like, I better get used to it, or it's going to be real rough rides for me, baby. And that's where a lot of people still, you settle and you get into bad relationships because it's like, well, I don't want to be alone anymore. It's like, that's why I say, like, I'm going to die alone. Like, at this point in my life, I'm like, I'm going to die alone. And that's fine.
I'm going to surround myself with chickens. And that'll be that. And I'll just fuck them.
There you go. And then you'll have these weird...
That's how you create new chickens.
That's a joke from History of the World Part 2. It's a throwaway. I'm not even going to tell you where it is, but you'll be able to figure it out. Where all of a sudden, two people come out like, yo, we got this rabbit to fuck this chicken. And these weird chocolate eggs came out. And it just cracked me up for being so absurdist and nonsensical. Because I love that shit.
No, that's the plan.
But yeah, so that's my challenge to all of you. Stop telling people there's someone out there for them. There's probably not.
Especially if they're ugly.
And if there is, and if... Yep. Look at this guy. And if there is, they're going to find him without you telling them there's somebody out there for him.
I'm also convinced that the How I Met Your Mother joke, where Ted's like, I wish I didn't care because then I'd be married tomorrow. You remember that part? Vaguely. I'm convinced that is true too. I'm convinced if I didn't care, I would have somebody like coming after me.
I know for a fact that does not work for me. I didn't care for 6 years, and you know what happened? I was single without any romantic interest for 6 years. You know why? Because I'm a man. That's why. Listen, think of it. There are rich single guys who never fuck. And they're rich. Because guess what? If you don't go out to get it, it doesn't come for you. Doesn't matter how good looking you are. Doesn't matter how rich you are. There's rich motherfuckers out in the middle of the woods. No woman's finding them to get their dick.
I don't know. I'm trying to tell this story without giving away who it is.
Yeah, I know. If you can't, you don't have to. Jeff Bezos. Yes. That's the other way you do it. Just do somebody that's obviously not.
So basically somebody who, like, it's one of those people that, like, is somewhat not like famous, but, like, people know who it is.
Sure.
And it's people in our community know who it is.
Sure.
And I had met this person a long time ago, and, like, she's a very good looking woman. And I had, like, it was one of those things where, like, there's no way. She also lives in Florida, so
right.
I had a little bit of a crush on her. And she's now presumably dating she's 30. She's in her 30s, mm-hmm. early 30s. And she's now presumably dating somebody who's well into their 60s. If you remind me after the show, I'll give you names.
Sure.
And it's one of my friends messaged me, someone else in the community was just like, told me that this was happening. Was like, this is weird, right? And I'm like, I don't really care. Like, whatever.
Right.
Like, if I want to date a chick in her 60s, that shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
But it did remind me that not only, like, it's not necessarily money, but also, like, in certain communities, prestige. And this person has prestige.
Well,
and I'm like, So this dude in his 60, like, good on him for getting.
But it all comes. This is what did I said this to actually a customer. We were having a discussion, and I go, it all comes back to money. It's just a matter of how you view money. So prestige equals money. Prestige equals security. Money equals security. I said something about, like, I go in the Dark Ages. They didn't fight over money. They fought over land. You know why? Because land was money. Mm-hmm. Land was power. Land was security. Like, it's all this. You're talking about all the same thing. It's just a matter of how it manifests.
Yeah.
Like, if my family had not sold off the farm, and I was sitting on 10 acres right now, there would be women that would be coming after me because I would have a house with 10 acres.
Oh,
Even if I still worked the same job, made the same amount of money, I'd have a house with 10 acres. That says something.
100%.
So, and this, mind you, this isn't to be like, fuck women, though I would love to fuck women. It's just, it's the reality of power dynamics.
It works both ways, because I know a guy worked for me, and the roles were reversed. Like, he had a sugar mama.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I wish. Listen, ladies. Let's get real serious for a minute. If you want a man that will eat your pussy, hold on. I'm leading with that, but I'm not ending with that.
Like it's French toast.
I was saying something like, I'd eat that ass like it was groceries, and cook, and clean the house, and tend the children. And you have the money to make that happen, I am there. I am there for it. I have no false sense of... Listen, let's quote Pulp Fiction again. Pride? Fuck pride. Fuck pride. I will fucking make that an immaculate house. We'll have a nice garden. I will cook you delicious foods. And we will have a great time. Let me know.
I've told exes in the past... when, like, actually it's only been one ex because I've only gotten serious with one. But anyways, I told her when it came up, and she was like, it would be nice to be able to stay home and, like, take care of the kids and all that. Yeah. And I said, well, here's the thing. With me, that's never going to happen. And here's why. One, it's not feasible in today's world. Unless I get a really good job, which I ain't getting.
Right.
Two, because I would be very happy being a housewife. So why do you get to be the housewife as the job I want?
Let's keep turning off every listener. I had this discussion where it's like, when we talk about what a housewife is in tending house, like, when we talk about, let's not forget that America was an agrarian society until the 19th century. So when we talk about tending house was hard farm work. So, like, when you talk about, the pioneer people, like, them women did some serious work that was to be respected. And I'm not saying that no woman works now. I'm just saying, like, it wasn't... It's one of those things that fucking drives me nuts with rich people. It's like, well, I was a housewife. Like, no, you weren't. You didn't build a fence. You didn't fucking tend the garden. Like...
Well, they have maids and shit, too.
Right. That's why I said
and
knows about rich
that's
people.
Even my argument. Like, I'm not saying it's easy to raise kids or anything like that. I'm just saying I would rather be home raising kids, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the house, than going to some job where I want to punch everybody.
Right.
Like...
I understand that.
That's where I come from. So I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying.
And balance in all things. Because, if you...
And
I've known people...
I hate it.
Right, and I've known people where it's like, if you don't get to talk to another adult, like, your brain it goes weird shit to you. Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, like, balance in all things. But I think the real moral of the story is, ladies, I will be your sugar baby if you will be my sugar mama. Let's get at it.
So
be a man, Hogan.
Speaking of being sugar mamas, if you're still here 14 minutes in...
If us just ranting about loneliness and stereotypical gender roles.
Next week, we'll have our suicide notes. Joe...
I'm just thinking of actually writing a suicide note now and be like, I have something to read with the class in the class.
If you remember, this is a Batman podcast, so let's watch Season 2, Episode 22 of Batman Beyond, titled April Moon. This has a story by Stan Berkowitz and James Tucker, who's never shown up before this moment. This is the first time we got James Tucker.
Yeah.
With a teleplay by Stan Berkowitz and directed by Butch Lukic.
So if you never want us to discuss these things ever again, $50 to my Venmo, and it won't happen.
That says nothing about me talking about my loneliness, so...
Listen, I made my grand bargain. You feel free to make yours.
Dun, dun, dun. You know what cures loneliness, Joe?
A blowjob?
Batman Beyond.
A mouth hug?
Have you seen that meme where it's the guy, it's like the top half of the guy like getting a blowjob, and like all happy.
Sure.
And it's like, where did you learn that? And it's just the girl with this giant sub, just like going to town.
Oh my god! So this came up on Twitter, and actually, it came up. Yeah, and I think it was actually something I watched recently on Reliving the War. So somebody had a fucking sign at an old WCW Nitro that said, Goldberg eats corn the long way. And I saw it and thought it was hilarious. And then my buddy said it to me. He's like, that's a really good insult. So I'm going to start using that. And it's just the visual of eating corn the long way. It cracks me up.
It's even better. It's Goldberg of all people.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. This fucking asshole. Oh.
This fucking stash.
I was going to say something else and now I lost it because I started thinking about blowjobs. Blowjobs are great. But yeah.
They are. Ladies, I mean...
There's no finer gift you can give. I know some of you that are a little more depraved would be like, whoa, the butthole. No, that's a lie.
It is.
It's a full lie.
Been there, done that. Don't need to go again.
Chainsaw Man. That's what I wrote down. It's Chainsaw Man.
That fucker stole the idea.
Yep. Sons of bitches.
I got no more water, Joe.
Sons of bitch! Well, that's your fault. We've only been here for fucking almost 5 hours. On our 3rd episode.
Ha! I got him. You're not gonna do the Jules thing?
I was thinking about blowjobs again. Oh, but it's not the penguin. Oh no, it's the penguin. He's got the jewels. I was thinking about that the other day. I don't know why. It just popped in my head and I started laughing about it.
Whir.
Chainsaw Man! Like, that motherfucker would cut himself. I'm sorry. There ain't no way he's not. Then he blew out his knee. I mean, I'll give you this. Like, except for fucking the Juggernaut there, the other ones are actually very interesting designs. The Juggernaut I don't like just because it's like, how does that work? Like, everybody else, they have the cybernetics in their bodies and shit. How does this fucking armor just cascade out of him?
That's why he's so fat. All that metal is just underneath his skin.
Mama said he's so fat because he got plates of armor underneath his jelly rolls. And the fact that they're all Asian feels weird too. It's like, I don't know, man. Feels like you're saying some shit.
Hashtag stop Asian hate.
Exactly.
My favorite from Waterboy is Mama said alligators are so angry because I got all them teeth
Yeah,
and
no
no toothbrush.
Well, Mama is wrong. Mama ain't wrong, Colonel Sanders. You're wrong. I think I've said this to you multiple times, but I don't care because it makes me happy.
I forgot what movie I said I'm watching later, but fuck that. I'm watching Waterboy later.
It's Pulp Fiction.
There was something before that.
Was it?
I think I said I watched...
History of the World Part 1.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was. Or something, maybe. I don't know. Who knows at this point? We've talked so much and so little of it was recorded. I'm really looking forward to... I'm really getting excited to possibly going to Memphis and being a fucking honorary duck commander. It's not a commander, it's something else. Grand Marshal in the Duck Parade.
That's right.
That's what it is. And I thought of that because I want to be a Kentucky colonel. So get me another one. Motherfucker, this shit is expensive.
Plus, I know this dude's fucking my wife.
No, I didn't know that yet. That's the spoiler alert, motherfucker. Jesus, that is a major beat in the story. His name
Corso. See, that's his name right there.
Times 1,000. I'm gonna do some tests on this motor. See if it can fuck it.
Gets lonely in the back cave.
Without Alfred around.
I swear to God, Bruce, if I come back and there's a Robo Alfred, I'm gonna be pissed.
Fucking Chainsaw Man over here. The wrist whips are cool. I'll give him that.
Isn't that just Whiplash?
Yeah. It's still cool. I like Whiplash. What's wrong with you? Here's some jewels. You know what I want, and it's not jewels.
It's my wife's sweet
Listen,
pussy.
and that's where it's like, listen, motherfucker, I'm trying to be nice to you because she's bobbing on my dick. At least you can buy a new wife with these jewels.
It's true. If I had them jewels,
I'd have a fine Brazilian lady. Well, now I gotta find the thing I said to kill.
how many years away do you think you are from a Russian mail order bride?
Listen, I was honestly gonna say the thought had occurred to me to look into how much that would cost.
Terry, come on.
Definitely eats corn the long way. There we go. Why can't I find a beautiful Asian woman with a filthy mouth that wants a fat American or needs a green card?
So Terry gets drugged and raped.
Yeah, yeah. At
and
least
then
he's
goes
getting
to
some.
Max.
That's a toy.
I love how Max's response is just, look at the bright side. He didn't take your mask off. Jesus Christ.
When it showed up,
Thundercats.
he just kept sending me pictures of it, like next to stuff, and you're like, oh no.
What have I done?
Exactly. At one point, he's like, I think maybe I'll just fucking use it as a coffee table. Leave it in the box.
What's the G.I. Joe one that's the...
USS Flag.
Yeah, USS Flag.
Yeah. Well, he has, Unicron. Unicron's fucking gigantic,
huge,
too.
Yeah.
What was that about? My wife.
You know, the one you're fucking?
Spoiler alert. So what I wrote about when they reveal that, by the way, so spoiler alert, apparently, because Chris is just like, fuck linear storytelling. I just wrote, these hoes ain't loyal. Because
They
not.
want the jewels.
They do. Oh.
I love how no suspicion. Right after meeting Batman,
He's
just
like, no,
somebody
this
needs
will be fine.
a new
Hello,
leg.
it's Dr. Corso. I want to help for you. In here.
Housekeeping.
Want me to fluff your pillow?
Ah!
So that's funnier, and I didn't even think about that before. That Batman was literally laying under the covers in his costume. He didn't take pillows and like makeup. No. He was in his costume. costume underneath the covers.
You could have done the pillow thing,
Yep.
gone in camouflage,
Yep.
and then scared him. But no.
Instead, it was peekaboo. Outrageous.
That's why Batman Beyond's superior Batman. Yeah, that's a pretty hot chick. What's she doing with you?
So this really broke my heart when I watched this, because he was totally just fucking taken for a
yeah.
sucker. And he's just like, oh, she was the love of my life. She showed me such good times. She was conning you the whole time, my dude.
Yeah.
That may not be... I'm surely not speaking from personal experience. And that is why you always focus on the work, gentlemen. Don't get confounded by their vaginal magics.
And learn from the great George Costanza. Never hire the hot secretary.
Never.
Here's some... What is it? Oh, it's cereal, that's right.
That's right. And
Flaky
that's why I
Flakes.
made a reference to you. I'm like, this motherfucker eats cereal in a couple episodes. You're going to have a problem. Who the fuck brings cereal to a doctor at work?
Hot blondes.
That's how it started, with a bowl of... Listen.
She could bring me a bowl of cereal.
Yeah,
if
she
I
could bring
fall
me
in
some
love.
peanut butter Captain Crunch. I'd be like, let's go.
This vial is definitely not full of my sperm.
What if she hadn't looked?
That is a big ass fucking
What if
ring,
she
bro.
hadn't looked and just thrown it out?
I'm fantastic. I'm gonna fuck you right on this table.
It's about 6 months ago that I met Harold. That's what he called himself back then. Not Bullwhip.
That's not doing anything.
I mean, you don't know. See? It's X-ray. It's a little MRI.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was the thing holding him down. My bad. Yep, you definitely have bones in that hand.
Well, you look completely healthy. I'm not sure why you're here. Yeah? That's what you think.
Hey, Doc. You got a little Asian in you?
She does! We just take turns, Doc.
Oh no, not my wife.
Oh no! And the juice! Still think you got everything? Hoes ain't I'm just telling you. That was, oh my god. This will date it a little bit, but whatever. I was catching up on episodes anyway. So South Park did an episode with ChatGPT. Of course it did.
Okay.
So Cartman figured out they could use it to write their essays first. And then somebody else finds out and they're talking about it and he says twice. I told you guys, because he's mad when Stan finds out and Craig's just like, I just told him as a way to text his girlfriend. And Cartman's like, you guys shouldn't bring girls into things. Whenever you bring girls into things, it ruins it, just like slavery. And then they move on. So he says it a second time, and this is my favorite part, is that Butters goes, hold on. Eric, can you explain how you think women ruined slavery? And then Cartman goes, I can't, because I can't use ChatGPT anymore. And I lost it. I'm like, that is such a magnificent piece of writing. To write yourself into everyone being like, how did women ruin slavery? And then just completely alibi it where he doesn't have to answer that awful question. I'm not going to tell you. I don't want to risk April's life in some crazy rescue attempt. Because I'm a pussy.
But the answer is April's moon.
It's true. Jesus! Spoilers, Chris! Fucking Chainsaw Man. It was a trap. Get him!
Yeah, that doctor's a fucking...
He is.
Narc, man.
He is. Fucking armor. So we know he's Bullwhip. And that guy's Chainsaw Man. What's the other two?
Juggernaut and Metal Hands.
I like how you had Juggernaut, because I already called him Juggernaut, and the best you could come with the other guy was Metal Hands. Not cock knocker. Not fisto. Metal hands.
Fisto. What's the fisto line? The one? Did you watch the new?
I said fisto is a disabled veteran and deserves your respect.
No, did you watch the new Master Universe?
Yeah.
The line Fisto says at the end.
I can't remember. Because there's in a comic where he's like, I tried fisting him and I can't fist him anymore or something like.
It's something like I'll never fist again.
Oh yeah.
It was something that like even Kevin was just like, I can't believe we got it through.
Yeah. Well, I mean that was more adult oriented anyway.
Yeah, but still.
I mean, Evelyn all powered up as a champion definitely awakened something in me.
I'm not even a Master Universe fan. I love that show.
It makes me sad.
Supergirl's gonna be in the next season.
Of Masters of the Universe?
Yeah. The woman who plays Supergirl.
Oh, Melissa Benoit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's also in a really good version of the... Shit.
I don't know.
The cult down in Texas that had all the guns.
Waco?
Waco. Yeah, she was in a Waco show. It's really good.
Oh, okay. But no, so it makes me sad. Yeah, I know, it makes me sad because I went down to Ollie's to look because other people's Ollie's keeps getting old clicks, and I'm like, it'd be cool to get some shit. And Canandaigua one never gets it. But they have a shit ton of Skeletor from Revelations, and I'm like literally, like there's like 16 of these, and I'm like, he's cool. If he was Skelegod, I'd get him just because I still think Skelegod's a hilarious name. But I don't watch his regular ass Skeletor.
Aren't they doing the meme clicks too?
That's the Iconics.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the Iconics are all based on memes.
They're not, but enough of them are.
'Cause they're doing the Wolverine.
Yes, the Captive Hearts.
Yeah.
That's why I followed you from the hotel. I didn't believe for a second you'd run from him like that. Looks like it's working so far, doesn't it? Meh.
I love how he just throws him in a basement here in a minute.
Yes.
It's like, get the fuck out of here.
You're gonna ruin. I don't want you trying to rescue her. Listen, motherfucker, just because you have no balls doesn't mean I don't. And there it is.
Dun dun dun.
Fucking slut. Listen, I know we're not shaming sluts, and I respect that. A woman who likes to have sex is a beautiful thing. But this bitch fucking lied, got married, and then tricked her... This bitch kidnapped herself, and then sent the Chinaman to piss on Batman Beyond's rug.
To the ladies out there listening...
I'm sorry, and he said he's sitting on the stairs too, like a little kid. Like, oh.
If the ruby trick works, please let me know, because I will have a new move.
That was an emerald.
Whatever, emerald.
That was it's green. It's an emerald.
The jewels trick.
Yes, I believe if you just
hand a lady.
I was gonna say, go buy some jewels, and then just go up to a beautiful woman and just be like, "Hello, lady."
I think I know what's going to be our first show on our new YouTube channel.
I do have I'll say it here because no one else has the balls to do it. So, have we talked about Old Bay?
No.
Okay. So Old Bay is a Baltimore seasoning. Like, it originated in Baltimore. And I talked to Gil about it, and we were talking, and then I'm like, he's gonna cut his fucking head off. Cut his fucking head off! Oh yeah, April Moon. And then the way he says it too, he's like, April Moon.
This is fucking brutal too.
Yes, like
it all falls apart, and now he has no arms and no legs.
Yes, that's horrific.
Yeah,
I forgot his hand literally falls off. Anyway, so I ordered some because the whole thing that like anyone that is been in the Baltimore area or in general knows, they're like, what they say is you put that shit on everything. Yeah. And if you read the label, like it says, like put it, like so many things to put it on. So I go to Gil because he's from Baltimore, and I'm like, should I do a new video series called Will That Old Bay, where I just put Old Bay on food and see if it works, like chocolate pudding and shit? And he goes, no hesitation, yes. Because I got a garbage plate I put some Old Bay on it. I'm like, this is fucking good. I got like McDonald's French fries, put some Old Bay on it. Like, this is good. Fucking got some pizza, put some Old Bay on it. Man, this is good.
That gives you the Old Bay show.
Yep.
We can have the Kentucky Fried Chicken show.
Yep.
And then we got the Chris Gibbs Random Chicks Jewels show.
That would be hilarious. Les, have you seen that? Oh, this is another one where I'm like, I'll give them credit. Because they do the whole, like, they wrap it up, they're done, blah, 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 blah. And then fucking, nope, Bullwhip's gonna get fucking tortured now. Because now he is strapped down.
Yep. Oh, yeah, but don't worry, she's doing fine.
Yeah. Can't wait to see it. Uh-huh. Just, uh-huh.
Listen, here's the lesson.
This is truly horrific as well.
This is the lesson, ladies. Like, just don't fuck with a guy like that.
Yeah.
Because that was a good dude.
It was.
He wanted to help people.
Just be honest. Just be like...
And now he's drilling this man's skull open to torture him.
Yes. Because of the bad love of hot woman. These hoes ain't loyal.
So, Joe, and speaking of hoes not being loyal,
where
where can people be found on the internet?
JoePank.com, JoePanc.com. You can follow me on Twitter, Cthulhu Holmes or Joe Pank. You can follow me on Instagram at JoePank36. You can look up Clicks Nexus unboxings on YouTube. Find my channel from there. Look at that. Just you know what? Don't even have to watch them. Just click like on all of them. I'll appreciate it. If you want to encourage my behavior, go to ClicksNexus, or go to ClicksNexus. Go to patreon.com/ClicksNexus. You can actually go to clicksnexus.com, look at the support us. I forget what I call it. I should have looked that up. You send me money. And if you never want to hear me talk about blowjobs or my loneliness again, just send you each individually have to send me $50 through Venmo. And I promise that I won't. And I'll even say this. If, like, for each person that does it, I'll talk about it less until all of you individually have sent me $50. And if you want a sexy boudoir photo of me with nothing but a championship title, send me $100 individually. And we'll do that.
And if you're interested in our new YouTube channel, let us know.
We do weird shit.
You can find me at Fortress Chris on most social media, also at FortressComicNews.com. Remember, everybody, to like, subscribe, share, comment down below on the YouTube version of this. Give us the 5-star review on whatever podcatcher you use. And if you want to support me, it's Patreon at patreon.com/FortressComics. Or you can dive into the show notes where our affiliate links are sitting there for you to check out. Thank you all so much for listening this week, and we'll see you all here next week.
April